Stop down A1 currently. Valdez and NASA and Blacklist International, they're just wrapping around. And even same for Reject. They just want nothing to do. And understandably so. Who would want to get involved in the Yasna Poliana fight up north? Nobody, unfortunately, but teams that are committed there already will have to bite the bullet and deal with the repercussions of such a rotation and such a spot in the first place. Nade still change back and forth. The mollies. What a shot from Frankie, by the way. To Sinister. A1 thinking, how are we going to execute this one? Because this is some of the hardest rotations to pull in the entire game in competitive. And if you want to make it work out, not only must you have great synergy and also great gunplay, you must have an insane amount of utility to just even cross that road in the first place.
It was good rotation from Valdez. It's low-key worked out for the most part. Reject as a full team weren't really there to protect that area, and that's allowed them to be taken out. Valdez have the field in their control. Blacklist are getting picked apart one by one, and down they go in the ashes of the field of Yasnaya in 12th spot.
Yep, see you later, Alligator. Blacklist International out in 12th. 11 teams still remain, and which is pretty much expected when you have so many compounds and buildings to play from. But Johnny with the M249 gets GE out of the game. And we'll try and confirm it as Lamborghini from behind that window, waiting to maybe use his team as a bait. Does actually strike at the opportune time, but Johnny will still be able to make it out with just a few HP remaining, and he still has a first aid, so it is not over for you, my friend. But Xavier are slowly but surely wrapping around, but not striking just yet. They're taking it pretty slow. What a nade onto Johnny. He's got to move out, but he doesn't have the time to do so. No time to respond, and that's going to be Rabes going in and confirming that kill as Xavier. It was looking pretty tricky, but they back up as a three-man. They have a chance to go pretty far.
Really good from Xavier. They're really controlling inside the circle as it does shift over and towards the northeast. Exactly the same finish as we had in towards the PMWI, which was sort of solo win come out from Jonathan of TSM back in the day. But this is a different time, and you said, could Zeus pull it off? It could be the case, because I think Godless is the last player standing.
Yeah, different time, different generation. Before it was Naruto in PMWI, now it's Naruto Shippuden in PMWI. We just changed the absolute game. Everything changes. A1 made it over to the wall. We say it many times when you're behind those walls. One nade and you're donezo, but seem like the utility has already been shaded effectively and heavily by a lot of these teams. But this is a big spread from Na'Vi, and I would say right now it might be just best for you to regroup back in one singular building, because you know that full teams, full four-man squads are going to knock on your door and tear it down instantly.
Knocking on heaven's door, whether it's a nade, whether it's a gun, whether it's just a full squad bodying through these buildings. Valdez just in through the fields are trying to drive their Teslas through, but I don't know how many he's going to survive. That's one down, two down, Gooey left on his own.
Unfortunately for Valdez, they tried to make that rotate work out. They tried to avoid the fight, but unfortunately that came to bite them later on down the line. End of Valdez as they get eliminated in 9th. Now 8 teams remain, and all hell has broken loose in Pyramid, as you said earlier. All the teams are now struggling. Zeus was actually able to make it outside of the fields of Yasnaya, inside the compound itself.
Wow.
But everyone's getting on top of each another. There's also such verticality. You have to keep in mind that teams will try and just occupy as a 3 or even a 4-man squad inside of these buildings, inside of these apartments. It's just so hard to play with. Yala got some great control, but Na'Vi did exactly what I said to him. I love that. They regrouped in that compound, in that one building. Same for Geek Fam. I'm loving how those two teams are currently playing, and now they're hoping to have the circle come their way as NASA unfortunately bite the bullet and get taken out in 8th.
Xavier have had such a great game so far.
So good.
4 kills, up as a full squad. They've been on the outside of the circle, but they've made this so confidently inside these buildings. I just cannot fault it at all. A1 are going to be their next challenge to the north on the outside of the wall. Nades are being fired up by Tixie, being aware that DRS is close by on the other side of the wall. They're being covered for the time being.
Yeah, DRS, got to be careful while you're playing this one. Prone to utility damage.
Boom.
Ante gets naded up by Rabes of Xavier. Yeah, but we said it right. Those walls are just a double-edged sword. If teams know you're there, you're done. And that's exactly what happened to Dante. Darth Dante might get put back up on his 2 feet by 6ix9ine if he does get a little bit closer. But if 6ix9ine gets up, he could be prone taking some headshots against himself and instantly going down. Xavier is still taking full control of that one building. Now you have 4 teams. Yala, Xavier, Geek Fam, and Na'Vi. They're looking so confident, but the circle over to Na'Vi right on top of their building. Now the waiting game for Na'Vi starts. You just got to make sure no teams make it nowhere near close of your building.
But can they deal with all of the pressure that's going to be dealt
that's
upon
hard.
them? Or can they just survive? Because all the other teams are probably going to take each other out on the incoming area of the circle. Yala has 3 players up. Godless from Zeus, just hoping that nobody spots him. The 2 players from A1 snaking across the wall. The Xavier, they know that they're there.
They don't know. They see the smokes coming on the right side. They're trying to pre-fire. Dante is going to be instantly taking a really big beating.
Nice.
The 6-9 is still there to keep the hope alive for the Bangladesh team of A1. Another play comes on out, but that's going to be it for A1. A lot of kills over to Xavier. They are absolutely shredding the competition on this game, up to already 6 kills. But they're looking for more. They are hungry for blood, and they want sustenance on this game.
Yeah, that has a player knocked out. Fam also going to be another team that's going to be looking to rack up the kills already on 6 as we are getting a Yasnaya finish inside the buildings, either side of the road.
Na'Vi already up to 2.3k damage, and they are looking to increase that a huge amount. They want the 3k point.
Oh no!
Once again, but no, Rapid comes from behind, and he ruins everything for Na'Vi. You must be kidding me. How are we all in one position? You're going to get denied that game so quickly. Meku is trying to keep the hope alive for the Russian team, trying to drop on down. The Xavier still have Lamborghini, but he's nowhere to be seen currently. The molly comes on through. Rabbis have to go into another building, but Na'Vi are getting picked up. Matic and Tixi could still be brought back into this game. But it was looking so good, but everything went wrong at the snap of a finger.
Oh no, he's going for the revive. It could work out. Great play by Meku, by the way. He actually jumped out the window of a higher floor and went down in the bottom. But Rabbis is there.
Oh, he's trying to pre-fire it, and he gets put down. What a play from Meku, able to potentially get his 2 teammates back on their feet if they can make it happen. This is still Na'Vi's game to win. 11 kills and looking to get so much more, but Lamborghini is not going to try and go for the kill. He's going for the raise as Zeus do get taken out in 4th. Only 3 teams remain, and Geek Fam saw all of this unfold in front of their very eyes, and they're going to be third party in this fight the moment all hell breaks loose.
Meku's actually gone on the outside of the building, so is Tixi. What they could do is they could wait for Geek Fam, take down the Xavier, and then Na'Vi could pick apart Geek Fam.
A double win for Na'Vi today would be huge. We'll see if they can bring it home. Geek Fam, got to be careful. And you got now a few seconds, 10 seconds left, and you're going to have to jump on over. They got, they got a lot of smokes. I do not feel okay. Snoop Dogg would be really happy about that one. Going to still have to jump on over. Hopefully not going to be spotted out by Lamborghini. He's going to be playing on the more higher ground position. As Na'Vi actually puts himself out of the building itself. They're actually towards the walls inside. I love that play, actually. It's so good. They're leaving Xavier fight versus Geek Fam. They're just going to be picking up the pieces after.
Exactly. They're just waiting. They're holding out. They're thinking one step ahead of their opponents. That's spread as well, covering all angles. They have it covered. But can they deal with the remaining 5 players around them, looking for the third-person perspective, being aware that QB is close by?
It could all go wrong for any of these teams right now. Whichever team takes the fight first could have all the shots coming their way, all the utility coming their way. QB, I think he knows maybe someone's peeking around the side. That's a great nade if it does connect. Get some big damage onto Meku. Oh, Meku just barely escaped with his life. We'll have another first aid. That's his last first aid. You have no second chance now, Meku. You have to make this count, or you still have the chance of doing so.
Oh my God.
The circle's ending right on top of it. It's going to end. We're going to go right to the last phase, and it's so rare for that to happen.
One nade from Meku.
Yes.
See the whole of Geek Fam go out. But the nades in return are putting Meku under pressure.
He still had 2 or 3 bandages, so Meku can heal a little bit more, get himself back to 75% health. And now there's this verticality that you have to take into account. He gets information with that third-person perspective. He heard Damru down below. He's going to jump. Oh, a little bit hard, actually. I think they heard him. Yeah, they hear the footsteps. They're going to try and hide inside. He could get a double. They're so well aligned.
Oh, look at him! Look at him!
Oh, he's going to jump on over. There you go, the off angle. He's just so sneaky. But unfortunately, does not work out. They weren't prepared. And that is going to be Lamborghini down. Rabbi still up and ready to go for Xavier, but he's just remaining undetected. As now Na'Vi see this as an opportunity to strike. There's still one player up top they do not seem aware of. QB's going to bite the bullet. Tixi instantly gets off the first knock. Meku is there to back it up. And now they're down to 1 player onto the side of both Xavier and also for Geek Fam. As that's it, Geek Fam eliminated in 3rd. What a stellar performance regardless of what happened in this game. But now there's only 1 player. Can the man make it happen once again? Can we see Lamborghini clutch it out after that heal off like we saw yesterday? Now they have their footsteps, and once again, that verticality is going to be taken into account. There's one player want to drop down and try and pin them down. That's a shot. Rabbi's gets it done. There's another player. Got to be careful. But Lamborghini is still up and keeping the hopes alive for Xavier. One bullet gets it again. It's down to a 1v1 Imperial between Tixi and Lamborghini. Two clutch masters in their own regard in their respective region. But only one will come out on top.
Tixi has 5 first aids. Lamborghini only has 1. Lamborghini knows he has to go for the push.
Trying to pre-fire though. Tixi's got to be careful. Not easy to take that fight from down below.
Oh no.
Can he go for the res? No way. 10 seconds to go for the res. Should be just enough time. Tixi's got himself a great weapon with a barrel too. Perfect weapon in the clutch to take a 1v2. This is intense. Don't get the info. Jumps on down. Sees. Has the information onto Tixi. Tixi trying to heal off 2 points of bandage. Actually a first aid. And that's all. That's all you're going to get. 75% HP. Take it or leave it. G has a nice heal off. Comes out at the very end to get himself back up as a 2-man crew. Navi get taken out. And Xavier finally get himself a very well-deserved winner. Chicken dinner. What a game. That was one of the tense matches I've